guys, I'm back with another process video. Today I'm using this Pebbles collection. I think the collection is really cute and I actually got it from craftysteals.com and it was a really awesome deal. And I just really like the colors in this collection, all the little icons and everything. So I'm just kind of showing you everything that I got in the collection. There's stickers and there's these epoxy stickers. There's stickers I'm going to show you in a second. I really like that peanut butter and jelly people. So there's the stickers there, and then this is the little mini 6x6 paper pad that came in the collection. So I'm just going to show you the paper real quick here so you can kind of see what all came in the little paper pad. And so this is going to be a watercolor layout. I'm going to take the watercolor paper that I cut down to 12 by 12, and I'm using these gouaches that I got from Michaels, and they're like a watercolor in a tube. So I'm just adding water to all of them, and then I'm adding the white gouache and water to the other side. So I'm trying to make them a more pastel color. And I sped this up very quick because it took me a long time to do all this. But now I'm just mixing all the colors, and I'm going to take a little bit of the color that I mixed with the water and then put it in with the white gouache in the water to get a pastel colors that match the kit a little bit better. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get like a turquoisey, aqua color, a pink, a gray, and a yellow, and there's the gouache I just showed you. And again, sorry, I am going very quickly because you'd be just watching me paint forever if I kept it going. So here I just wet down my watercolor paper, and I'm taking all the paint that I mixed up and just kind of putting it all over kind of haphazardly. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. I'm just trying to get the color kind of all over the page, and I didn't want them to blend too much, so I am trying to dry them up just a bit. I don't really like how it looks when it dries up with the heat gun, so I would prefer to have it dry by air, but I did want to go a little quicker just so I can get some of the colors mixed in. I didn't want that yellow to mix too much with the aqua and other colors. I didn't want a brown muddy color. So here, like I said, I'm just kind of moving all the colors around, and then once I get all the colors down, I'm going to kind of blot them up a little bit. I thought they were a little bit too dark. I kind of want it to be a little bit lighter in the background. So I'm going to blot that up with a paper towel and kind of mix it up a little bit with the paper towel and just kind of smush it around and get it kind of to what I would like it to look like. So once I get to what I want it to look like, I go ahead and take my heat tool and just kind of dry it up a little bit, and then I'm going to leave it sit and let it air dry because it was just taking forever. I did put a lot of water on the layout. Oh, and I did forget, I added some of this gray little splatter that I made up as well to go with the gray that was in the kit. So here you're going to see me playing a lot with a lot of different things. I keep changing my mind. I don't really know what to do, so I kind of move things around a lot on this layout, so it took me a lot longer for this one than it normally does. So right now I'm just going through my 6x6 paper pad, and then I'm going to end up cutting all these little guys up. I'm going to show you a little bit of the process, and then I'm going to skip forward. So here I'm just trimming them up with my scissors, and I think I want to use these on the kit or the layout, but I actually don't end up using any of them. And these are some little library pockets that came in the collection. And I really like that gray color that is part of the collection. So I thought this would be a really good accent to add to the page. And you can put your journaling in the little card that goes in the pocket. And I actually end up not doing that. I put the journaling towards the bottom after the video is over. But you can use that little card to add your journaling if you want some hidden journaling. So now I'm just going through the little die cut pack that came in the kit, and there's some vellum pieces and there's some other rest of them are cardstock. And I really like the die cuts, and I end up using a few of them, not as many as I was thinking at first, but I do use some of them through the process. Here are some doilies that I've had in my stash for a while. That gray and that aqua one are from, I believe, Michaels, and they're more of a paper, like a thicker, like a cardstock paper. And then the pink, the red, and the white doilies are just doilies that I got from Michaels that are the more traditional, like more tissue-y, thinner paper. And I kind of wanted to use a lot of the doilies on this page, but I'm actually going to change my mind and mix it up a little bit. But first, since I can't decide what I want to do, I'm just going to start gluing down my, my picture and some of the layers of the paper. Like I said earlier, this page did take me longer than normal. I was just fussing and fiddling. I couldn't get what I really wanted, and I couldn't get it exactly the way I wanted it correctly, the layers and things, so I'm going to mess around for a while with this. And I think I actually cut some of the process out because it was very like take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. So I kind of left some of the more interesting bits in there. So here I'm deciding still what to do. I ended up cutting down all my paper, and I'm going to turn the page to get it to the place where I think it looks best. And then I'm going to start laying down the rest of the items. But first I'm going to use this chalk ink from Prima that I got in one of my Scraptastic kits. And I'm just going to edge all the papers, and then I'm also going to edge the 12 by 12 background sheet. And I think it kind of just gives a nice edge to the page and brings your eye into the page. And it always seems like I edge my paper after it's glued down, but I never think I need the edge until it's glued down. So I would probably prefer to ink it beforehand, but that just doesn't usually seem to work. So now I'm going to add a little bit of vellum. I thought that it kind of got, I don't know, it fell into the background and there's something about it that I just didn't like. So I thought adding a piece of vellum would just give it a nice softer edge to it, and I really like what vellum looks like. So I added a little bit more of that, and then I'm just going to glue that all down to the 12 by 12 paper. And then this is where I'm going to start laying down some of the die cuts in the library pocket and things like that. So this library pocket's just going to go right there, and I'm going to edge that one as well, and including the card that goes in the little pocket. And my intent all along was to journal in that pocket, like I said, but I ended up journaling on the page. I just kind of forgot that I had that little card in there until it was too late, but that's okay. It still looks cute on the page. So here I'm going to try to start using those doilies. I'm going to fiddle again a lot with these doilies, and then I'm going to end up using just the pink and the white doily in the end. And then here I'm going through those little cards that I cut up from the 6 by 6 paper pad earlier. I'm also going to fiddle with these quite a bit, and I believe I don't end up adding any of these. I should have had the layout in front of me, but I left it in my other room, so I apologize. But I'm going to play a little bit, and I'm going to end up, like I said, just keeping those doilies on there. That gray heart that I just put in the top right or top left is from the die cut collection. I really like how it balances out the little library pocket on the right hand side. And I'm going to add these doilies here underneath that library pocket, and the doilies that are in the top left, I'm going to glue those down as well. I think they just make a good base for some of my embellishment clusters. And for this layout, I'm actually only going to have 2 main embellishment clusters. I've been having actually some problems trying to get 3 clusters on the page, but I think in the end it does look like it's balanced and it doesn't look off. So as long as it looks good to your eye and you're happy with it, I don't think you necessarily have to use the rule of 3. So I have a lot of rule of 2 in this one. I don't know if there's actually such a rule, but that's what I've been doing. So here I'm going to end up putting in some of the die cut pieces, and I really like that XOXO that's up in the top left, but it's actually going to end up being replaced with one of the epoxy stickers that has the same motif, but I like the shine that and dimension that the epoxy stickers give. So that's going to end up getting swapped out later on. And here I'm just going to be playing with a lot of the die cuts and things like that. So sorry I've been away for a little bit. I wanted to have this video up earlier this week, but I got a cold, and I always sound 10,000 times worse after my cold is not so bad, and I lost my voice, and I sounded terrible, and it was really hard to talk, and I don't think you wanted to listen to me, you know, barely being able to get the words out. So I apologize for it taking a little longer to get this one up. If you haven't already, please check out my last video I posted. It is a giveaway for my 100 subbies challenge, or not challenge, but it's just 100 subbies. All you need to do is leave a comment on that video and subscribe to my YouTube page or my YouTube channel, and you will be entered. And I think the giveaway, I have it closing on the 18th. So now I am just adding in those epoxy stickers I talked about. And I'm putting some dimension on some of the die cuts. I just felt like they were kind of falling down, and that library pocket is a little big, so I thought adding that foam to the back of this arrow would make it look better. And I don't know if you can tell, but in the bottom of my layout, my little cat AJ keeps trying to peek up there and get on the desk. I swear they only try to get on me when I'm videotaping. They sometimes get up on the desk, but they are so much more wanting to get up there when I'm videotaping. It's crazy. So it's like my kitties make an appearance in every video. So now I'm just going to add the foam dots to the back of the heart as well, just to give it a little bit more lift and added dimension. And then I'm going to put that XOXO, and it kind of falls off a little bit on the edge because it's a flat sticker. I can't put the foam tape underneath it, but I think it ends up looking okay. Those Stampin' Dimensionals are pretty thin that come from Stampin' Up, and that's why I like them. So it ends up working out okay. And I didn't talk about it, but a little bit ago I just put on that heart with that Xyron, and that works really well because you can't see the adhesive when you do it that way. And I'm just going to add this You're Sweet right here. And I really like these epoxy stickers. I like the shine that they give, and they're just really cute. Any kind of little puffy dimensional type stickers I just love. So here I'm just trying to put that little apostrophe. It's so tiny, I don't even know why I bothered, but I just felt like I had to have it on there. So here are some epoxy hearts that came in the collection. I'm going to kind of scatter them around the layout. And then once I get these little epoxy hearts on, I'm going to end up putting those glitter hearts that are in the over on there on the left. I'm going to add those throughout the page a little bit, just kind of to bring your eye diagonally across the page from the left to the right. And like I said, I only put those 2 clusters, and I think it ends up working on this page. This probably isn't one of my more favorites, but I really like the collection, so I had a lot of fun using the collection and getting use of some of my doilies. Here, I didn't really like what the library card said on it. This is a picture of my grandma and daughter, so it just said something more that you would think would be appropriate for like a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. So I decided to cover that up with just some washi tape, and then I'm going to add some of this washi tape throughout the layout as well. It's just a little pink washi tape with white hearts that I had in my stash, and I thought it added some compliments to the layout. It kind of matches the doilies that are in the background and the pinks that are in the collection. So I'm going to look at it a little bit longer, and I think that's about all I'm going to do. I'm just going to end it out with putting my date stamp on with this roller date stamp that I got from the dollar bin at Target. I really like it because it does the day, the month, and the year. And in US, we don't normally have the day, the month, and the year. We usually do month, day, year. So I was really excited to find this because I always write my date that way because of the industry I work in, so I'm glad I found that. So now I'm just going to take my glue and then glue down these little sticker hearts. They didn't want to stick very well, so I thought it'd be best if I just stick everything down with a little bit of wet glue. So that is pretty much going to finish out the layout here. I'm going to show you some close-ups in just a second. I want to thank everybody for watching, and make sure you go to my 100 Subbies video so that you can win. And please subscribe if you haven't, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.